What's going on, Felipe?
Yo, what's up, dude? How are you?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Excited. Oh, excited.
Yes, I love the background, man.
Oh, thank you. So I thought that this TV was a no glare, but apparently those are like, there's no such thing as a no glare TV. So it just is what it is.
I don't know. Yeah, man. They just keep making the new technology on TVs, right?
Go.
Uh,
So let's jump right into it, man. Let's talk about the meetup. Let's talk about what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, tell the followers, tell the viewers what's going on. Let's jump into it.
Yeah. So on September 3rd in Orlando, Florida, we will be having our O-TownREI Summit. We have amazing speakers, like this amazing individual here, Mr. Felipe. He'll be joining us. He'll be one of the speakers along with others there. And yeah, man, we have all different sorts of either business tools or real estate tools for you to obviously enhance your portfolio or enhance your business, businesses. So no further ado, I just want to go ahead and introduce Felipe.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. I appreciate it. So I'm excited to come talk. And, right now the big hype is like subject to and creative financing. And like, that's what's all the hype right now. I've been investing the same way for the last 8 years, and I haven't changed the way I invest. I've seen the hype go from single family to multifamily to I've seen it go through mobile home parks, and then it went to self-storage. I can keep going, right? It's just like hype after hype after hype after hype. And I've been investing the same way for the last 8 years, and I've really enjoyed the wealth that it's created for me. Really quick, do you mind putting in the comment section, bro, if you don't mind? Add the date and the place of the event, and then just pin it to the comment section so people can see what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
And then just tap your comment and then hit pin, and it'll stay right there. But at the event, man, I'm excited because I'm going to be teaching about how I've been investing for the last 8 years and how it's consistently worked for me. And I actually don't mind these hypes because people tend to sway away from what I'm doing and sway in different ways. So I don't really have much competition because it seems like everyone gets excited about what they see on social media and then they go somewhere else, right? Tap that little thing there so it pins, because if not, people are going to push it down. There you go. So I'm going to be talking about finding off-market deals, leveraging the equity in those off-market deals to be the down payment on the next one without doing a cash-out refinance, putting a line of credit on that equity, and then cash flowing really high because you only use the line of credit when you're going to buy the next deal. So I'll give you an example. I'll give you a little taste here.
Perfect.
So what I do is I use cold callers from REI Call Center. It's my cold calling company, to call about 10 to 15,000 people a month. And they will ask them if they are interested in selling the property. So they'll say, something to the effect of, hey, Felipe is interested in buying a property. He's bought a couple in this area. He is an end buyer. He's not going to wholesale it or flip it. So he's going to be able to pay more than a lot of these other guys because my cold callers know what I'm looking for. So then let's say that they bring over a deal that's ARV, after repair value, is somewhere around 300,000. So then what I'll do is I will offer them ARV minus repairs, and then 20% of that, or 20% minus still there. So if it's 300,000, it needs 30. Let's say $30,000 worth of work. So then we're going to be somewhere around 260, 270, and then we offer them right at about 230 to 240 because they know that I have holding costs and blah blah blah. So some people will say yes. 90% of people say no. Probably 95% of people say no. And then I'm able to, the 5% that says yes, I get them under contract, and I'm trying to buy those properties. Right? Comes with a lot of equity. Typically, it's going to come with around $70,000 to $100,000 of equity in my market. Obviously, this is going to differ in different markets. And then I take that deal to the bank, and I ask the bank if they'll fund it. And they always ask me the same thing. They're like, okay, well, what do you have under contract at? I'm like, well, I have a $300,000 property under contract at, let's say, 240 or 230, just depending on how much I was able to bargain. They say, okay, I need 20% of that 230. So if I do the math, I got my other phone here. If I'm in at, let's say 230, like I got a great deal, 230 times 20%, I got to come up with $46,000. Now, most people would say, oh my gosh, well, that's impossible to get, or, how am I going to get that money? I'm always going to look hard money, private money, whatever money you need to do, but you find that money. And this is why it's important. If I get a $300,000 Ferrari at your front door and I say, hey, give me 220 for it, 230, are you not going to find that money to get that deal because you know it's such a great deal? So for me, I'm like, okay, I got to find the $46,000. The first $46,000 I ever had to borrow it. So I borrowed the money, bought the first one, but right there, if the property is at $230,000 minus $46,000 that I had to bring in, my loan is at $184,000. I'm going to cash flow really, really high because it's a $300,000 property. I have it under, I got the loan at $184,000. What's my mortgage payment on that? So I'm going to cash flow high, and then I'm going to rehab that property with, let's say, credit cards, borrowed money, private money, whatever. It values at $300,000. So if I have $300,000 property minus $184,000 loan, there's an equity play there of $115,000 to $116,000. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a line of credit on that equity. So times 80%. They're going to give me right about $90,000 minus some costs. Right now it's at 70%. So let's say they give me $70,000 in an available line of credit. I'm going to use that as my next down payment for my Rex rental property, and so forth and so on. And from there, it's just hitting the ground running. So that's very, very high level of what I'm going to be talking about at the event, September 23rd in Orlando, Florida. I'm going to give more actionable steps. So make sure that you're following O-TownREI so that you guys can see that me at the event. Can't wait to meet everyone and kind of give you more of deeper understanding of that very high level kind of idea that I just gave.
Amazing. And I'm personally excited to see you speak. You know, I've been obviously following you, and you know we're associated with the same individuals in the business. So I'm very excited to see you up there, man, and share your knowledge, man. I mean, just from what you just shared, I mean, you know, amazing stuff. So you can't really find that too much, and you're real too. You know.
Yeah, I'm real. Pinch me. You know, it's funny. I mentor and learn from some of the people that the lifestyle. Like, so what I do is I watch people's lifestyle, and I'm like, okay, what kind of lifestyle do I want to live long term? Not just like, oh, got wealthy in 5 years, but who's been wealthy for 30 years? Sure. And that's why I mentor. So like, I'm looking at the Thatch Newens of the world. You know who Thatch is? No, you need to go follow Thatch right after this live. So I follow guys like him who's been in the game since like 1993. Like I'm talking 30, 40 years worth of real estate. I follow guys like, you know, rest in peace, but Real Estate Old School was a great dude that he passed away during COVID. He's been investing like for like 25 years. And he would say the same thing. He's like, look, find off-market deals with equity, put 20% down, cash flow high, re-leverage with a line of credit. Just very simple, slow burn, but guaranteed. None of this quick way to wealth stuff. And, you know, those are the type of guys that I mentor under. Those are the guys that I follow, read the books that they talk about, do the strategies that they talk about. Because that's that 30-year wealth building opportunities.
Yep. 100%, man. Well, yeah. So I actually, because we're live, and if anyone on wants to, you know, ask any questions or anything, feel free. I actually saw there was a comment here about our call center. Looks like just locked up verbally 4 deal from REI call center. 3rd of them all are flips, and 1 became a rental. Wow. All right. 2 have partners, but overall will bring over 6-figure profit. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we have a couple people using REI call center. It's a company that's like that will help your company, but it's not a set it and forget it type of thing. Cold callers will send you leads. You got to follow up with those leads, or you can hire a specialist to follow up for you, and things like that. Someone just asked, how do you find off-market deals? Having a hard time on that. So I'll talk a little bit about that. Finding off-market deals is an art. It's not something that you're just going to put money in and get the results. You have to learn how to market. I tell people, don't become a wholesaler. Don't become a flipper. Become a professional marketer and then learn the exit strategies of wholesaling, flipping, buying, and hold. Those things are all exit strategies. Learning to market is the game of real estate. That's one thing that I've noticed from the greats. Thatch, Real Estate Old School, Brandon Turner, they know how to market. So wholesaling, flipping, buying, and holding is a strategy, an exit strategy of marketing. So learning to market is huge. You guys can write this name down. Naaman Taylor is an excellent marketer. I myself consider myself an excellent marketer. Slide in the DMs will help you out. But marketing is going to be the best way to find deals, whether it's with cold calling, marketing with flyers, marketing with mailers, Ryan Dossie for mailers, or marketing with texting, or a cold caller like REI Call Center. Pick your poison. They all work. Let's just be honest. You just have to figure out which one you like. So for example, sending a mailer is a receptive.